Yeah, well, you can have a debate about it, but at the end of the day, guys, right, what you guys are saying is tell me what you're telling us. I don't want to get into a technical argument with you. We want jobs. We want jobs. We want jobs. We want jobs. We want money investments. We want investments.
1 minute, excuse me. Had you have been at Lancashire County Council, you would have heard that there's only 11 jobs on the site. The quadrillas, that's in their documentation.
Yeah, and what about the supply chain? What about all the supply chain that goes on, guys?
Explain to me about the supply chain. The supply chain is the people that bring the gas in are contractors, right? Not local contractors.
Bring gas in from where?
Has anybody here
bring the gas in from where?
No, to take the gas out or bring the water in or bring the fracking rig in. Has anybody got £1 million fracking rig? No, because that's Marriott that do that. What you're doing is you talk about supply chain and believe in what the company is saying, which is all lies.
And we're trying to get jobs going.
Nobody coming in, and there's only 11 jobs.
There's not going to be if you carry on putting it off, isn't it? And then what we're going to get back to again is coal-fired.
Now you've only seen
coal-fired electricity power generators, aren't we? Which again is going to give CO2 emissions.
How many campaigners have you spoken to face to face? 1 minute. How many campaigns have you spoken to face to face?
I haven't two yet.
Right.
It's the first
I've spoken and been to many meetings, quadrilla meetings, HSC.
I know you have.
So I've done my research. What research have you done to back up what you're doing?
Well, first of all, right, this is going to be the most regulated body, right? Industry in the UK.
The HSC never visited pre-salt farm site from the day they did the fracking to when it got capped, right? That's HSC.
The environment agency. Have they not moved away from pre-salt now?
Let's bring it down.
Has pre-salt not been moved away from now? Are we using it now?
The environment
Are they using it now?
No, because we closed it down.
It's got no.
They caused the earthquake.
You don't know they closed the earthquake. How do you know they closed the earthquake? Can you prove it?
I'm answering to you about the regulation.
Can you prove it?
Yeah, it's closed. It's a field.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We know it's a field, but you can't prove. You're saying that caused an earthquake. You don't know that caused the earthquake.
Have you read Peter Stiles?
You just made a statement. You said that caused the earthquake. You don't know it did.
Peter Stiles from Keele University.
You don't know.
So I keep shouting at me.
I'm not shouting at you.
Right, Keele University, Peter Stiles wrote a report that said
there's plenty of reports. There's plenty of reports.
What do you mean?
Around.
Do you mean evidence? Do you mean evidence?
There will be plenty of reports.
Evidence. No report. Evidence.
Environmental planning permission and all the rest of it that will allow Quadrilla to do this responsibly.
Peter Stiles.
Responsibly.
Peter Stiles.
Responsibly.
Keele University has a coal bed methane on their site. So let's keep repeating. So what I'm saying to you is we've got the evidence. Lancashire County Council listened to the evidence. We spent months putting that in front of Lancashire County Council. Right, 1 minute, and they turned it down. Right, and the reason, and all the pressure that Quadrilla put on them, all the pressure. Well, you don't know what happened. That's what it is. They said it would be illegal for them to turn that decision down. That's undemocratic. That's what happened at Lancashire County Council.
This is why we're having our democratic speech to say that we want shale gas in this.
I'm happy to bring the speaker over and speak to anybody from the pro-frackers, and I'll explain to you what we know. That's all. That's all I'm willing to do.
Well, what we want, right, is industry into this and investment into this area.
Agreed, but not fracking. Because if you do your research, you will see there is no future. Can I ask you one question? I'm going to ask you one question. Can you justify any industry that's going to turn fresh drinking water, our drinking water, into toxic waste?
Because you tell me that you can prove it turns it into toxic waste.
Because I've got video evidence. Last week, I went down. Right, listen, the EA, which is one of the regulators, pulled the licence from Anna's Road and Beaconsall because they couldn't treat the fracking waste. They pulled their permit. That's the regulator, so they were doing the job.
You have to see it, won't we? I'd have to see it.
That's what's point. Well, we can do. I'll show you the evidence.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're talking to me.
I'll show you the evidence. And that's what it is. We talk. But what they want to do is divide us. That's what this is about.
They don't want to divide us, Gay.
I know the industry. I know what they've done so far. We've cost £200 million using evidence, using science.
At the end of the day, I've come here today to put my little piece on, right? And I'm saying that if we don't let this go ahead, all we're going to do is we're going to be beholden to different places like Russia.
No, we don't get any gas from Russia.
No, we
don't get any gas from Qatar.
Like Russia, right? Like these places that will supply it.
All right.
Yeah? And it's just going to cost us more and more money.
I'll bring the speaker thing over. I'm here all the way to you.